Hi Leo, welcome to your May 2021 Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Leo, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they speak to you. And if you are a continued subby, you know I love you for it. For those of you that are just stopping by, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your actions and options this month, you have the Ace of Cups. So Leo, this is all about you, right? And the reason I say this is because the Ace of Cups very often represents your heart, living from the heart space. And this is in your actions and options. This is about you tapping into that leonine energy and living from the heart space. This is letting people see that deep down you are actually just a big softie. This is a very loving, warm energy. It does suggest in some way, shape or form as well, you are going to be on top form this month. You are living authentically. You are speaking from the heart, but more importantly, you're living and walking from the heart, and you're not afraid to do so. Like this month, no matter what comes up, you're like, you know what? I'm not going to let anyone or anything bring my vibe or my energy down. And I love this for you. Remember that Ace of Cups is also a wish fulfillment card, right? So the fact that this is in your actions and options in some way, shape or form, this is about you fulfilling a wish for yourself. This is about you being self-focused and self-directed, but also really giving some time and energy to something that you truly want, something that your heart says, yes, this is what I want to go for. This is what I want to welcome into my life. The other thing with the Ace of Cups as well, for those of you that are single, this bodes very well because it means that your energy is in the right space to attract somebody that really does feel like, you know, maybe not necessarily the one, but certainly somebody that really feels like they resonate with you on that heart space level, on that really authentic level. And then for those of you that are partnered, I mean, this is just about you showing up in your relationship, in all of your relationships across the board really this month, in a way that really is true to who you are. For your money and materials, you have the Strength card. So this is, even though it's Taurus season, this is the Leo's shining, right? This is about you guys, really, which is quite interesting as well, because the sun at this point is in Taurus, right? So this is highlighting, especially if you're an ascendant Leo, you know, but all of you in some way, shape or form, Taurus is 10 signs past Leo. So it suggests that something about your status in the world, something about the way that people see you is being highlighted. And this is about you living from the heart space. It's about you being honest and open about what you want. It's about you being honest and open about being ambitious and going after what you want. But it's about you being loving, kind and connective enough to take people with you, or at least to say, look, you know what, it doesn't matter how bright I shine, the people that help me do that are what make me who I am. This is one of the things that I love about this Strength card for you. When it comes to your finances and your money this month, like, this is going to be a great month for money. You may very well find that the chips start to really flow, like maybe you get a lucky break here and there. Maybe somebody puts you on or presents an opportunity to you for you to get ahead when it comes to the finances. And because again, this is that leonine energy, the Strength card is Leo ruled. So you've got a lot of your own energy this month, but because you're acting and coming from here, everything that you touch, this is, I kind of say this to you, this month you could very well have the Midas touch. Now, it is fair to say, because you've got the Ace of Cups and you've got the Strength card, this could also see you being very generous this month as well with whatever proceeds or dividends might be coming your way. So just be sure to keep it in balance, right? You don't have to buy your friendship, you don't have to buy your love. People will adore you anyway, especially if you're living from that authentic center of self. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, look, you've got a lot of energy, you've got bags of charisma anyway, but this month you have more of it. This month you are exuding that kind of warm, easy, laughing, sort of loving energy, and that is really commanding the whole thing for you. You're very magnetic this month, Leo. Use it to your advantage. You know, not in a nefarious way, obviously. When it comes to your health and vitality, look out for your back, your spine, all of the leonine things, basically. Another way that this could play out for you as well on that health level, this could see you really rededicating yourself to a health and fitness journey. You know, the strength card, your physical body or your physical endurance. And then for your home and hearth sort of energy, I mean, this really does suggest to me that this month you're going to really come into the understanding of what home needs to be for you and what it's going to be according to how you're going to make it. For your communications and conversations, you have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is, for a lot of you, this is you really factoring in where you're going. For some of you, it looks like you're planning a trip of some kind. Now, interestingly enough, even though I think you're going to have a really great time on this trip, it doesn't look like it's a vacation. I get the sense that this is going to be almost like an exploratory trip of some sort. So, you know, I don't think it's off the back of an invite either. I think it's very, like, it's almost like it might be you deciding, you know what, I need some time out, or I'm gonna, you know, press the snooze button for a moment. Like, maybe this is you choosing to take time out for yourself so that you can recenter and refocus. Not because anything's drastically wrong, but maybe just one of those times where you're saying, you know what, I think I can do something for myself now. When it comes to communications, this is about talking about your longer term plans. You're going to be figuring out a lot of this over the course of May. I think you're really going to start to home in on some of the moves that you're ready to make. And I think you could be having some big conversations about what your future looks like over the course of this month. For your heart and half, you do have the Devil card. All right, so one of the ways that this could play out for you is literally, this could be like, this month you could, you know, you're very loving, you're very warm, you're very charismatic this month, and you may be exuding, or maybe you could overpromise, you know, especially if you're single and you meet somebody, you might put out a signal that says, you know, I'm looking for more, and this person may take it as you're wanting more, and then there might be a bit of crossed wires in that regard. Keep that in mind. For those of you that are partnered or in relationships, this month you could go overboard with the generosity and it might end up depleting the pocket. So just keep that in mind. And then obviously, because it is the Devil card as well, something about a relationship or a partnership or a connection seems to be clouding your judgment. So, you know, this could be that you're meeting somebody that completely throws you in a tizzy and just, you know, gets you all hot and bothered under the collar and kind of makes you, you know, not necessarily act in the best of ways. Just keep your wits about you where the emotions are concerned this week, this month, because you could kind of go a bit overboard. And guess what's just fallen out? The Lovers card, right underneath the Ace of Cups. So for those of you that are single, there is definitely love potential here, especially here in this first week of the month. Now here's the really interesting thing, right? The Lovers card is number 6, the Devil card is number 15. 1 and 5 gives you 6. The choices that we make in the Lovers card, which also can represent choice, if it goes awry or we take a wrong turn somewhere, it ends up at the Devil. And this is why over the course of this first month, if you are meeting somebody this first week, just be sure to really vet this person, right? See how they color your decisions. The reason I say this is because you might get sort of swept up in the mojo of it all, and it might derail some of your plans. So you just need to keep your, you know, keep your head, keep your cool. But all in all, I think this is really, really nice for both couples and singles. For your second week of the month, you have the Star card. Some really interesting phenomena going on here for Leo this month. The Star card is number 17. 1 and 7 gives you 8. This is literally, like, these are literally direct opposites in the zodiac, because the Strength card is Leo, that's you. The Star card is Aquarius, right? So The second week of the month, this is great for money, great for finances. Speak to your people, speak to your tribe, connect with people on the internet. There's information to be had over the course of this month, and this second week could really see you implementing something that you're passionate about, or certainly starting to build the steps towards making that a reality. This would be a really good time to check in with somebody that specializes in a field of marketing or a field of sales. And the reason I say that is because, again, the star card is very often about broadening your reach, right? Or connecting to the world in some way. It's also a glimpse into the future. The money that comes in over the course of May is nothing compared to the finances that are coming in for you over the long term, Leo. And I know a lot of you are thinking, I wish it could be now. Unfortunately, it can't be. But this is a little glimpse into how big this could really be. You know, adjust accordingly. For your third week of the month, you have the Temperance card. All right, so, I mean, when it comes to conversations, this is going to be a month where you do need to mind what you say. And I would say this to you as well. Definitely be conscious of what you promise this month. Like, if you know you're not going to be able to deliver on something, or you don't want to, this would be a month where honesty is going to go a very long way. If you, you know, when it comes to communications and conversations, Leo's naturally dramatic, but this is not the month to over embellish, especially here in the third week of the month around this eclipse season. I think it's like the end of the third week of the month that eclipse is going to be happening. So, you know, it could be adding some grandiose sort of energy to things, but it could just as easily present you with an opportunity to get ahead, but it's going to see you having to cut your fun time or your chill time short. So, you know, it's going to be kind of weighing it up. What are the pros and the cons? For your fourth week of the month, you have the Hanged Man. When it comes to those of you that are single or newly seeing somebody, this might be the week where you probably look at things and say, you know what, I think I'm ready to put the brakes on this. Maybe it's moving too fast. Maybe it's, you know, turning into something that I didn't think it was, or something that I don't want. That's one way that this could play out. Another way that it could play out, for those of you that are partnered or in relationships, this could see you kind of, you know, seeing, okay, you know what, things have gone far enough. I think maybe, you know, we've spent too much, or maybe we need to curb the appetites, and it might not necessarily go down well. But like I said, it looks like you could end up being out of pocket for this. So just be cautious of how you proceed. For your new moon of May, okay, your new moon has spoken. It is the Gate 22 and Grace. This is about creating for the sake of creating. This is about not worrying about what other people want, need, and think about what you're creating, but creating from the heart space because you love what you do. When you do that, this new moon is basically saying create something, set intentions around something that you truly love, about something that you're truly passionate about, because when you are that, everybody else can feel it because it's bouncing off you in waves. And I think if you tap into that, this is going to really allow you to say, okay, you know what, maybe not everybody's going to agree with what I'm doing. Maybe it's not going to be met with, you know, what I'm hoping it will be met with, but I am happy because I'm creating what it is that I truly want. Now, another way that this could play out, right, because you've got the Swan on there. And as we know, swans mate for life. They only ever have one. You've got the Lovers card here as well. You've got the Ace of Cups, and you've got the Strength card. The feeling that I get from this is, especially with the Devil card in proximity, there's two ways this could play out. One, this month you could meet somebody that absolutely blows your socks off, but the timing or the logistics isn't right, and so you agree to kind of keep each other in the background and see what shapes up. And there could be somebody else that comes in as well that wants what you have with that person, but will never quite be able to match it. And it could become a little bit awkward. So navigating personal relationships this month is going to be an interesting set of waters for sure. That eclipse that's coming up for you, you have the Gate 35 and Experience. This month, Leo, put nothing on hold. No matter who you meet, no matter what the potential is to be with them, the Sagittarius eclipse that's coming up is basically saying to you, Don't put anything on hold. This month, you need to experience everything that comes up for you. Life is a smorgasbord this month. Sample a little bit of everything. And, you know, if you're single, maybe even a little bit of everyone. All jokes aside, though, find a way to do this that doesn't hurt anybody, obviously, but also find a way to really be truly authentically yourself and to have every experience that speaks to you. Only then will you truly be able to make a decision that feels like it's based on not only your integrity, but also who it is that you are and what it is that you really want from life and how you're ready to show up for the world. This is going to be a great month. I think so anyway. It's definitely going to have a few twists and turns to it though, for sure. With that said, take care. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff, and I'll see you soon.